Don't you hate it every month when you open that electric bill and you just look at the high cost, especially during the summertime? I mean, it just soars. What can you possibly do to lower your energy bill? How about a solution? We've got a great solution. That's why we're at Third Rock Energy Solutions today. Hank Roberts, how are you?
Very good.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Give us a little bit of background about yourself first, if you would. You used to be a dentist?
I was a dentist in Biloxi for about 40 years. I was right across from the Beau Rivage, and I was damaged, as so many people were, during Katrina, and I went for a little while with Kiesler, and then I was working on this invention for the solar energy project, and so I finally said, I can't do it all. I can't do dentistry and work on this and get a patent and do all of these things I had to do. So I did decide to spend my time on the electric device.
Now, one of the things that got you started on it, and I'm just going to pay mention to this painting back here that you did and show you a little bit closer shot of it, but this was a gentleman in an old shack. Looked more like a box. Tell me that story. That's a great story.
My wife and I have worked for over 30 years doing medical mission work. We built schools, we built clinics, and all throughout third world countries in the Caribbean. This gentleman himself was in Jamaica in Ocho Rios, and he lived right behind where we were staying, and so I went out and talked to him. Actually, he had a donkey, and I wanted to go talk to the donkey. So I went out and petted the donkey and took pictures and put the donkey's picture on Facebook, and people said, no, that wasn't right. And so anyway, I asked the gentleman and sat down with him and said, what are the three things, if I could give you any three things in this entire world, this that you said was a shack is his home. Mm-hmm. That's his home. Right. This is third world countries, a little different than we are here. Right. He said he would like to have a light bulb because he likes to read the Bible. Mm-hmm. And he would like to read at nighttime. Mm-hmm. And so I said, okay, number two, I would like to have a fan because as you see, he's sitting outside. Yeah, and this is off a photograph I took. Mm-hmm. And he said, I'd like to have a little fan, just a little small one. And I said, okay, you got the third choice. He says, well, if I could have a little small refrigerator that I could keep either chickens or fish or maybe milk or something like that fresh mm-hmm. for several days. That's all in the world that man wanted. And so I says, I'm going to do it. So I came home, and with the help of another gentleman that was working with us at the time, we put together and invented the generator type of system that we have over here. Then we went through all of the process of sending it to North Carolina to be checked and to be okayed and agreed upon. Mm-hmm. We sent it to Freedom Foundation, who approved the entire thing. And then we sent it to have a patent. And the patent was granted to us about a month ago. Wonderful. And so we do have a patent on this. There is another company who just came out very recently that says they now have a way for people to have battery-powered electricity full-time and in emergency cases, winter storms, hurricanes, ice storm, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's really kind of silly because it's exactly what we have a patent on. This is, if you look inside of there, I think we did just a minute ago, but it has its batteries already in here. Right. The only thing that is not there are the two solar panels that go with that. Right. And we see one, there's a solar panel here back behind you. Yes. That you use. This solar panel I do not use. I use it as a display model. Oh, okay, okay. But kind of gives you an idea though. But yes, it does. But on the back of here are tubes that go up and down, and it heats water. So in the Caribbean and places, one of their biggest problems is not having hot water. Mm-hmm. So this does produce hot water as it's also producing electricity. Wow. That's nice for them. It's not nice for you. You don't want to pay extra for something that heats water when you got a hot water heater in your house. This is true. This is true. But you have different size systems here. I mean, you've got a small one here, you've got a bigger system here. And I guess a lot of this depends on the size of the house or just, whatever you are trying to power. People are very, very misled by thinking how much power they have. Just because they have an $800 power bill does not mean that they got to have this great big, their house covered. So we have in natural production, we have a 2 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt, 5 kilowatt, and a 10 kilowatt. 10 10 kilowatt is almost too big for any house except these monster jobs.
Right.
We've been putting 5 kilowatts. Now this unit right here that what you're looking at is what I call, it's a generator. It's just like if you bought a gasoline generator, but it takes no fuel, makes no noise, makes no pollution. You take that, a little lady can take that, I don't know if you can bring that out or not to see this, but you can move that anywhere you want.
Yes, got little wheels.
If you move it back into your garage and you leave it there for an entire year and then take it out and put your 2 panels up, you've got power.
Wow.
So it's an emergency generator. This one over here, on the other hand, is the top unit. This closes down and you pick it up. It's the top unit with the brains that I had invented, or we had invented, in here that runs the battery systems. So you may have on this 3 layers of these black boxes, 2 of which have nothing but these big batteries.
Right.
The top one has the brains. So you put a solar system and the solar panels do nothing but collect the rays.
Right.
The batteries do nothing but store the electricity.
Wow.
Then they go through the charge controller, which controls the amount of power coming in, because we don't want to blow up the batteries, and it controls how low they can go and how high they can go.
Okay.
That goes to the inverter to the house. How big of an inverter do I use? Depending on how much you need in your house.
Real quick though, we got a little over a minute. What about bad weather? I mean, as far as
Bad weather makes no difference at all. It's cloudy outside, and on a cloudy, rainy day, you probably get 40%. So,
but you're still going to get some of that solar
absolutely.
energy.
So you'd have to cut down some on your usage during those days, but it's all stored in those batteries.
It's stored in the battery.
It's already stored.
That is amazing. I guess if they want some more information, or you can come out and give them an estimate as to what they're looking for.
Absolutely free and no charge. If they give us a call here at the office, we'd be more than happy to sit in one of our tables and discuss that.
And you need to ask about one of these, because I asked about this. This is a charger that you can take out for your phone.
It's a solar charger.
Solar charger. Is that cool or what? So you need to get one of these, all you people that go outside and take them out on your boats and everything. It's that is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for this great information.
Glad to have you in.
Phone numbers are on your screen if you'd like to find how you can cut your energy bill quite a bit by going solar energy. Give them a call here, Third Rock Energy Solutions. Remember, solutions, that's the key word, because they definitely have the solution to those high energy bills that you have, especially down here in the South. Give them a call.